Great save.
He had a tremendous game up north. In fact, Midland High playing Gaylord and Alpena this past weekend. Taylor White doing a tremendous job as the Kimmicks came away with 2 wins on their trip up north. Chargers being patient if they try to feed it in. They were looking for Nolan Sanders, but Midland High able to clear it all the way down. Dow High had a great power kill in the first period. Midland High trying to do the same here in the second period, but they're skating the wrong direction before trying to just send it back into the Charger end.
Nice job by the Kimmicks right now.
Dow High working down the near side. Skating in is Pomeranke. He's a junior looking for somebody to pass the puck to. Feed it down onto the bottom of the corner. Pomeranke takes a shot. It was blocked by one of the defensemen, Tanner Squires, not letting the shot get through to the Midland High goal.
Now, right now we see the Chargers set up. They're in their offensive zone. That's when you see the benefit of the extra man, but when you're just battling for possession in the middle of the ice, the extra man's not as critical.
Just 30 seconds remaining in the power play. No score here in the second period. Van Sumeren across the blue line. Van Sumeren skating it in, but couldn't get a shot. Just dribbled across the crease, and now Midland High will clear it out.
Just 15 seconds left in the penalty.
Van Sumeren, one more effort, tries to skate it in. Thought about dropping it back, now tries to put it behind him. Around the left-hand side, skating it in. Austin Soper had a chance now from the blue line. Shot taken, and White making a tremendous save.
Through all that traffic, he found the puck.
Mason Reed had a great shot from the blue line, but Taylor White coming away, and the Midland High Kimmicks killing the penalty. 2 successful power kills, 1 by each team, and we still are scoreless with 11.5 minutes to play.
Well, like in the first period, I mean, Dow's carrying the action for the most part in the first third of the period. But in both situations, it hasn't resulted in a goal.
Kimmicks do clear it out if they skate down ice. A foot race to see who will get to it, and the Chargers do. So they will send it back into the other direction. Dow High doing a nice job keeping it in. Riley Wagner working on the far side. Working into the right-hand corner. As the Kimmicks will look to clear things out. Just under 11 minutes to go in the second period, and now a whistle. I'm not sure what that whistle is for, Ron. But we do have a stoppage, and that will give us a chance to pass along a couple of thank yous. This game could not be possible without the thank of the good folks at Pizza Sam's. Gus and his gang did a great job accommodating us before things got started tonight. And we also want to pass along a big thank you to Kerry and the staff of the Midland Civic Arena for their help in putting this program on the air here on the MCTV network.
It's amazing to think that this building's been in use now, what, about 15 years or so already. It's just, time flies.
I remember the day that it opened.
And we have the Olympic sheet here that the teams play on. Then the south rink, and the north rink is, of course, the turf field.
Shot taken by the Dow High Chargers. Caden Kritz trying to put a shot in, but Midland High's defense not allowing that to happen, and now the Kimmicks will come the other direction. Ethan Snoddy had the puck knocked away. Michael Kale on the defense, ruining Snoddy's attempt at driving into the net.
So far in this period, I only have the Kimmicks with 1 shot on goal.
Snoddy was looking for Connor White, could not make that pass complete, and now down at the other end. We're going to have icing called that will stop the action. 9:44 here in the second period. MCTV now streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and live and on-demand link of our website. Enjoy community events, government meetings, local sports, concerts, and more wherever you are and whenever you want. Staying informed with what's going on in your community, never easier than it is right now. We are streaming YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, a lot of different ways to watch the action here on MCTV.
Let me take care of a promo for you. Jason, the coverage of this crosstown rivalry match being produced by MCTV volunteers and staff. If you'd like to create games like this one, sign up for a media creator workshop. Check out MCTV's website for information on that. Next ones are scheduled for February 24th at 5:30 and February 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Ryan Zastro had a great shot off of the face-off and a glove save made by Lemansky. Kimmicks looking to do it again. They keep it in play and in their zone. And the Dow High Chargers will try to clear it out. Kimmicks trying to keep it in. The battle does go into neutral ice. Kimmicks had a couple of face-off wins, but now it's Dow High in control of the puck. On the far side, Jack Woolahan. Kimmicks trying to clear it out. Chargers trying to keep it in. Who's going to win the battle? So far, it's been the goalies that have won the battle. Van Sumeren just barely keeping that puck in the zone. Took a shot that White was able to make the save. Right in front of Taylor White, the battle continues, and the Kimmicks will finally clear it out. Both goalies just doing a tremendous job as we anticipated here tonight. A great defensive battle between the Kimmicks and the Chargers, scoreless with 8.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Every play becomes more and more significant in a game like this.
And definitely it could be a one-goal contest. Trying to find Van Sumeren, now deflected through, and the puck will be deflected away by the Midland High defense, taken out of the zone by Ethan Snoddy, who played great defense, looking to go coast to coast, but he is stood up by a Charger defender, and now Dow High has got a numbers advantage. This is Dow High working it through to John Wagner, but Wagner's shot is off the mark, kept into play by Cam Patty. A little battle between a couple of players, a shot from the left-hand side, and Taylor White able to make the save. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage, and we've got a couple of players that are going to head to the penalty box.
It's a rivalry game.
We're going to have a slash called against the Dow High Chargers, so it appears only one player will head to the penalty box, and that is John Wagner. Called for a slash, so the Midland High Kimmicks will have their second power play of the night. Both teams had a power kill as you look over the shoulder of the Midland High Kimmicks bench. So the 2-minute slashing penalty will give Midland High a man advantage with 7:50 to go here in the second period. So far this period, the ice has been tilted in the Chargers' favor, so this power play is an opportunity for the Kimmicks to tilt it in their favor. And Chargers will clear it into neutral ice for the Midland High Kimmicks, now dumped back in, but the Chargers are back there defensively to try to clear that puck out. Chargers may have a little bit of a speed advantage. Nolan Sanders doing a great job down the ice very quickly. No penalty called despite the pleading of some of the fans, but now Midland High to take advantage of it. The shot taken by Matt Wett on the left-hand side. Glove save made, and bodies tumbling to the ground after the fact. Colin Lemansky coming up with a great save, and then
nice shot by Wett. Nice quick shot. Challenged the goalie.
Nothing called from the little dancing after the play. And as you mentioned, you expect things to get a little emotional, but that was one of the keys to the game before we went on the air when we talked to the coaches, not to let emotions become a part of the action. Discipline's critical. Face off to the side of Lemansky. Everybody battling for the puck. 1:15 to go in the power play, and let's reset and do it all again. We're more than halfway through the second period, a scoreless game. You know, it was interesting talking to Coach Blasey before the game. You know, last year the season got halted. They had a ticket to the semifinals. He said it's been challenging for the seniors. You know, the younger players, the sophomores and juniors, they hope they'll have a regular year next year. But the seniors have gone through a lot between what happened last year and then this condensed season. You know, we forget
that they weren't even allowed to have contact in practice till a couple of weeks ago.
Well,
So they haven't played hockey till recently.
And there's always that what if that is looming. You know, are we going to get the entire season in? We definitely hope so. The high schools doing everything in their power, the MHSAA doing everything in their power, but there always is that what if. Are we going to finish what we've started?
Well, and I can comment as an occasional substitute teacher in local schools that, and here's an opportunity.
Yeah, Van Sumeren with some nice stick work, but the Midland High Chemics with good stick work of their own coming away with the puck, and Midland High will try to move it down with 35 seconds left to go in the power play. Chargers clear it out.
Well, and the comment I was going to make is when you are in the schools, in the high schools, the kids are adhering. They're wearing their masks. They clean off their desks with the teachers. There's certain ways they dismiss classes to limit how many kids are in the hallway at once. And as I talked to one of the teachers who was also a coach at Dow High, it's like they want to be here. They want to be able to do their extracurriculars. So they're, for the most part, my understanding is, at least what I observed, they're following the protocols in the building.
Oh, I think they're doing, the students and staff alike are doing a tremendous job this school year of adapting to the changes and doing what they need to do so that school can stay in session, sports can be played, and hopefully everybody can put a smile on their face, even if we can't see those smiles.
Well, and you live it in your day job too, working for the schools.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the second period, final seconds of the power play. And the Dow High Chargers do indeed kill their second power play. We're even strength and still scoreless here at the Midland Civic Arena.
Chemetz had some opportunities on the power play, just couldn't cash in.
Well, the goalie play has been exceptional, and not only the goalie play, but the defensive play by both schools and both teams here tonight have been exceptional. Tanner Squires trying to keep it in play for Midland. Squires does deliver a long shot that Lemansky had to stop, and Dow High will try to recover.
In one way it's obvious, another way it isn't, but a good goalie inspires the defense, and good defense inspires the goalie, and it all comes together.
Dow High will drop it down, working it over for Jack Coppins, the junior. He's been relatively quiet tonight, but it's cleared right back into the other direction at the 5-minute mark here in the second period. Who will strike first? That is the big question. Dow High attempting to, as Ryan Pomrenke will work down the right-hand side. Across to the left-hand side, but stolen away by Midland. 3-on-1 advantage for the Chemex. Working down Penwar, and the puck gets knocked loose. Great defense by Dunlap, the only defenseman back, and he stops the 3-on-1 break for the Chargers. Cleared out down to the far side. The battle goes into the corner, and it will be cleared out. Chargers will take it in their own zone. Midland putting on a little bit of pressure, but the Chargers will clear it out, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Dow High Chargers, dropping it back after crossing the blue line, but the Chemex able to quickly get back on defense.
Some good back and forth action right now.
Taylor White will have to cover up the puck. They kind of took an odd bounce and was dribbling towards the net. Some of the limited participants that are allowed in the stands, the limited capacity crowd watching the action here at the Midland Civic Arena, and we're glad you're watching the action wherever it may be on Charter Communications, AT&T Uverse, YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, wherever you're watching the action. We thank you for tuning in to the MCTV network and our live coverage of high school hockey.
Busy weekend for the Chemex. They're here tonight playing the Chargers, and tomorrow afternoon they're home against Anchor Bay.
Great kick save made by White. Shot came from the left-hand side, and we've got another penalty coming up as a cross-check will be called. May have been just out of the view of our screen on the right-hand side, but the cross-check will go against the Midland High Chemex, so the Chargers will have their first power play opportunity of the second period. Looks like maybe Jed Brown was
number 21,
was
Jed
the
Brown.
guilty one.
So now the Chargers have an opportunity near the end of the period.
Van Sumeren keeping the puck in for the Chargers. Van Sumeren skating around. Now will feed it Over to Stadelmeyer. Stadelmeyer back to Van Sumeren. Nice pass across. Kick save made, and the reflection goes in. Chargers with a power play goal.
I'm not sure if Ryan Pomeranke got that. We'll see here.
The Dow High Chargers striking first with 3:19 to go.
From what I saw, it was off the rebound, correct?
It was off the rebound. White was able to make the first save, but was unable to get the rebound. And let's see if we can take a look at who did knock it in for the Dow High Chargers. Around the right-hand side, there's the rebound, and
Nolan Sanders.
yeah, they're going to give it to Nolan Sanders. Nolan Sanders will get credit for the goal. Wolahan and Van Sumeren will pick up the assist. And a great job for the Dow High Chargers. A power play goal here in the second period. Now we'll see how the teams respond now that there's one goal on the board. Will this give the Chargers a little bit of momentum, or maybe give the Kimmicks a little bit of the mindset to get revenge back? We'll find out. The Kimmicks skating down with the puck. Tanner Squires on the right-hand side works it across, but nobody was there. And the Chargers able to clear it out, but Midland High does keep it in play briefly. Now they go into neutral ice.
Classic power play goal where that's the advantage of the extra man, the rebound. You just can't get everybody.
Yeah, Taylor White made the one kick save, but left that puck right out in front that Nolan Sanders able to put in for the Chargers. And now icing will be called with just over 2 minutes to go in the second period.
They talk about goals and statistics behind.
Let's take a look at what Taylor White had to see during that last power play opportunity by the Dow High Chargers. Here comes the initial, well, there goes the initial shot.
Had to get back to the action.
Well, let's reset with 2 minutes to go. Actually, the clock is running, and it should not be. 1-0 is where we stand. The Dow High Chargers on top of the Midland High Kimmicks. Power play goal. Nolan Sanders, Wolahan, and Van Sumeren combining to take advantage of the penalty. There's a shot deflected. It is still loose. A great shot taken by Midland High's Cole McMillan, and it kind of laid there in a second in front of Colin Lemansky before it was able to be cleared out. Now let's try that replay one more time. Let's see what Taylor White had to deal with.
A lot of bodies in front.
Here comes the initial shot, the save made, but then in perfect position.
Yep, right on the doorstep.
Happened to be Sanders, and he was able to put it in. The junior with the power play goal. That was just a few moments ago.
And a lot of credit to Sanders because you got to react quickly and just jump on it.
90 seconds to go in the second period. Midland High, nice job by the Midland High Kimmicks, trying to come up with the puck. I think that was Matt Witt. They did a great job keeping it in for the Kimmicks. Centers it up, and a golden opportunity. Ends up empty-handed. Wide open shot by Tommy Kroll, but he could not capitalize.
Great opportunity.
Now the battle in neutral ice. Chargers will come away with the puck. Shot taken from the left-hand side. White making a kick save. Rebound opportunity. Backhanded. White will clear it up. Ryan Pomeranke had the initial shot and followed his shot and had a chance for a backhand, but White able to come up with a stop. And that is something that both of these goalies do well, Ron. Much of the game of being goalie is the mental aspect. You can't let a goal that you've given up affect what's going to happen next.
Well, and as I talked before at the end of the first period, another critical last minute of the second period. It's a 1-0 game. Midland doesn't want to give up a goal to fall down 2-0, and the Chargers have the momentum right now. They want to take the lead in the locker room, maybe make it bigger.
And the Kimmicks have played from behind You think back to that game up north where they scored the 3 goals in 5 minutes. Oh, nice centering pass. Chargers end up empty-handed. Just a little bit off target. A golden chance there. Nice job. There's a big turnover. Take your eye off the prize, and White forced to come up with a kick save. Pomeranke taking advantage of a Midland High mistake. Now the Chemics have a numbers advantage. 20 seconds to go in the period. From the left-hand side, Penwar was skating in. Brady Penwar's had a great season for the Chemics. Still time, 13 seconds to go. Trying to center it up. Unable to capitalize. Chargers will feed it to Van Sumeren. Still time on the clock. Down to 5, 4. Van Sumeren's shot and a kick save made, almost trickled in past the kick save, and that will stop the clock.
Well, you mentioned the Chemics. Yeah, Coach Witt talked about it before the game too, that the Chemics this year have learned how to win in some of the games they've played so far this year. So a 1-0 deficit, they can handle that.
Well, no matter what the sport is, the mental part of athletics sometimes goes unnoticed, but that is a big part of athletics. As the second period comes to an end here at the Midland Civic Arena, with the Dow High Chargers on top 1-0 over the Midland High Chemics. And one of the big keys that the Chargers wanted to capitalize on, we mentioned it a couple of times at the start of the program, is they wanted that fast start. They got the fast start, and the Chargers have continued to put a lot of pressure on Midland High this entire game.
Yeah, when I look at my shot sheet, I don't have a completely accurate number, but I think in the second period, the Chargers outshot the Chemics by about a 2-1 margin. So for the Chemics, the fact that you're getting outshot like that to only be down 1-0, you're in the game. Chargers would like to have a bigger lead, but it's just a good, solid rivalry game. 2 great goalies.
Yeah, and that's definitely the tale of the tape. Is the work of Colin Lemansky for the Dow High Chargers and Taylor White for Midland High. If you look at the Dow High Charger, Dick Blasey on the left-hand side, the center of your screen now, as he will prepare to talk to his Chargers during this second intermission. It's been a great game so far. Nolan Sanders with a power play goal, the only mark on the board thus far. At the end of the second period, if the Dow High Chargers 1, Midland High 0, you're watching high school hockey on the MCTV network. We'll be back with the third period right after this.
With the MCTV network, you can share your story through television, online video, social media, and podcasts. Since 1984, MCTV has provided public access to television for the people and organizations of Midland. This hasn't changed. However, there are many other ways for you to reach your audience wherever they are and whenever they want. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Midland Community Television has exciting news for Midland area nonprofits. Recently, MCTV has undergone changes both technologically and organizationally to help you share your story better and reach your audience wherever they are. Our new services include public service announcements, special event recordings, audio podcasts, YouTube video, live TV broadcasts streamed online, and more. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years. A way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
The MCTV Network helps Midland residents share their story with the community. Our media producer workshops will help you get started. In one short session, you will learn how to create media that will educate, entertain, and enrich the community in which we live. Get registered for a workshop by calling 837-3474, follow us on Facebook for more information, and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube and your podcast platform for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Where there's an issue, where there's a challenge, where there's an opportunity, MCTV is a main component of bringing people together to work together, to talk together, to dream together, to visualize together, and to implement things that are good for the quality of life in our community.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
With the MCTV network, you can share your story through television, online video, social media, and podcasts. Since 1984, MCTV has provided public access to television for the people and organizations of Midland. This hasn't changed. However, there are many other ways for you to reach your audience wherever they are and whenever they want. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
With the MCTV network, you can share your story through television, online video, social media, and podcasts. Since 1984, MCTV has provided public access to television for the people and organizations of Midland. This hasn't changed. However, there are many other ways for you to reach your audience wherever they are and whenever they want. Call 837-3474 for details. Follow us on Facebook and search for MCTV Community Voices on YouTube or podcast platforms for more local stories. Join us to build a better community through media at MCTV.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
And we are back at the Midland Civic Arena. High school hockey continuing on the MCTV network. We've got 17 minutes of regulation left to go. Alongside Ron Beacom, I'm Jason Harper. The Dow High Chargers with a 1-0 lead. But Ron, so far this has been a tremendous defensive-based game.
Seen some great saves by both goalies, some great opportunities by the offenses. Dow, for the most part, carried a majority of the action, but Midland's had its flurries. So it's anybody's game. Of course, Dow has the advantage 1-0. I just want to take a moment to now acknowledge both coaches and their staffs and the other people, trainers who help with the team. Coach Steve Witt, his 5th year, coaching the Chemics. Dick Blasey Jr., 18 years as the head coach, an assistant for 8 to his dad. Of course, he played for the Chargers back in the early 90s. So he knows the Midland-Dow rivalry on ice. A lot of great games over the years. I remember covering games at the old Midland Civic Arena next to the community center, which now they're going to build a miracle field on that site in the spring. So that's exciting for that part of town. But take it back to Midland-Dow hockey. you know, given all that's happened in the world in the past year, the fact that we've got high school hockey here tonight, good game. The stands are limited to 2 tickets per kid, but at least they get to see their kids play.
Well, absolutely. And you mentioned the hard work of the coaches and, you know, of course, all the unknowns that we've had the last couple of months of when the season would start, if the season would start. We also need to send out a thanks to the athletic director, John Streeter at Dow High, and Eric Albright at Midland High, because those two men, you talk about extra work added to you. Let's do up a schedule. Let's toss that schedule in the garbage. Let's do up another schedule. It has been a lot of work for the ADs, and they've done a great job. And, of course, all of their help in accommodating us here at the Civic Arena, along with Carrie and her staff. And, you know, let's see what happens in the third period of high school hockey here on MCTV.
Well, I can recall back in January, I'm part of the Midland Amateur Sports Capital Committee, puts on the sports selections. So we did one online in mid-January, kind of reset, had everybody report in. Well, the athletic director, Streeter and Albright, got a hold of me that morning and said, hey, we got to watch the governor's news conference at noon. So we'll be joining the meeting a little bit late. So we're going to find out what's next for us. Things are changing week to week, sometimes day to day.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months, but what we know now is we're playing hockey, and we're playing the third period with Dow High leading 1-0. Thank podcast here tonight, the Midland High Chemics, the Dow High Chargers. The only meeting of the season is here in game number 5, an abbreviated season, 15 games for Midland High, 12 games for the Dow High Chargers. Regionals beginning on March 15th. Chemics going left to right, Dow going right to left. Face-off will be dropped down into the corner. Dow High winning that face-off, and they will try to get something going if they go into neutral ice. Nice pass forward by Dow High to Jack Woolahan. Woolahan trying to skate in, but Midland High defensively able to send it back into the other direction if they again go into neutral ice. Midland High trying to keep it in, but stolen away. A physical play by the Chargers, and we've got a penalty coming up. A little too physical was that attempt.
Penalty 1 minute into the third period.
The officials talking it over, but it is the Dow High Chargers that will be called with a cross check. So the Midland High Chemics will go on their third power play